everyone, this is Katarina. So we all know that most marketing companies out there already give you a free website analysis, right? So they all say they can help, but do you understand how? And do you understand what's lacking on your site? Do they give you a plan to fix it? So we're very excited to show you how we can do a website analysis and how we get your site to rank better. So for this video, I'm just going to pretty much compare two companies. So let's say to not be in Hawaii, let's say we're in Los Angeles, so we don't use local companies. Let's say we're looking for an electrician in Los Angeles. So I would search like that. Most people would. And we're going to pick the first company after these home advisors. I guess, yeah, Branover would be the first company. So that's the first company ranking on page 1 after home advisors and Yelps and all that kind of stuff. And then let's find maybe page 5, some other company here, licensed electrical contractor, that's a company. Okay, number 45 on the search, yeah, page 5 already. So first thing, we're going to look at both websites, okay? So this is number 1, Branover Contractors, page 1. Looks nice, clean, has a form, a phone number visible, a menu, services, has a lot of content, looks like they know what they're doing. I would have no problems to just call them if I needed an electrician. I don't think most people would really read, but looks good. Now this one's Baron Electrical, page 5 of Google. Phone number visible, a little bit crowded over here for my taste, but that's okay. Has a form for requesting an appointment, has content too, so yeah, pictures, yeah, looks clean, looks nice. Okay, I would have no problems to call these guys as well. Okay, so right now we're seeing that both websites look decent. They seem to have content, have a phone number. You would have no problems calling any of them. But the problem is Baron Electrical, I would never find them. Most people would never find them either because they're on page 5 of Google. So you're not likely to pass page 2, right? So you would most likely go with these guys or any other guys in that page. So what we're trying to show you is that a website looking doesn't really matter. So they both look okay, right? And then that's not why this one is ranking better. It's not beautiful or anything. It's just made for Google to like it better. And what I mean by that is there's a lot of rules, there's a lot of things that Google looks at when it ranks a website. And this is what we look at when we are trying to rank your website. So there's basically 3 things that Google is going to look at to rank a website. So number 1 is authority. So that means how much do you know about your service? How much do you talk about your service? They pretty much look at a lot of content. They make sure it's not plagiarized, it's not repetitive, and that it seems like you know what you're talking about for each of your pages. So let's just say that both websites do a good job at that. I'm not going to read it. I would need to do some research for that, but let's just assume they're both doing good because it looks like they're both doing good, okay? So that was number 1. Number 2, we're going to look at how relevant the sites are. And that means how the keywords, that means how relevant what I researched, which was electrician Los Angeles, is based on what's written on the website. So for the first website, I typed in electrician Los Angeles, right? So we're going to look at their title, which is right here, Los Angeles electrician. Same thing, just different order, okay? So that was right on the money, right? The keyword I looked for is what they have on their title. They're telling Google this is what they are ranking for. So most people, if you want to know how people search, there's a lot of cool tools out there that will let you know. So if we go electrician Los Angeles, that's how I searched. It's going to tell us exactly how many people search that per month. Keep in mind, it's not very accurate. Oh, it's going to crash now. Hold on. Okay. So it says 1,000, yeah? 1,000 people search for electrician Los Angeles per month. Keep in mind, it's not very accurate. There's a lot of tools out there. We would need to average it out, but that's a pretty good number. Now, if we go back to the other website, this is their title, Licensed Electrical Contractors in Los Angeles. So this is what they're telling Google they want to rank for, okay? Would you search like that? I don't think so. Let's see if anybody would. Licensed electrician contractors in Los Angeles, 10 people a month about research that keyword. It's a pretty long keyword, so we could even look for other keywords. This is what we do to write content. We're gonna search so many keywords and see what people search for. So I would use this one, electrical contractor in Los Angeles. I would put it up there somewhere. 320 people search for that, so that's good. But by far, this is the main one, right? 1,000 people search for it. So they're doing a darn good job telling Google they want to rank for that, and they sure are, okay? So that's how relevant they are. So you want to make sure you know the keywords to that drive content to your site, so we're going to use them on the content. Now, other things we'll look at is over here, for example, how many pages Google has indexed from your site to them, okay? 117 for the Renover contractors, for the Barron Electrical 24. So huge difference, right? More pages, more content, Google likes that. Backlinks, here we have a bunch actually more on this one. Backlinks, it's like when you're in a different website that has a little word that you click on and it takes you to another website, okay? So thinking about your website, if a totally different one links to yours, you got a backlink. Now, it doesn't, I mean, you want to have a lot of backlinks, but it's not always the one that has the more backlinks will rank better, as you can see here. So if we take it to another tool to analyze, we want to look at how good the backlinks are. So this tool tells us a pretty well how they're doing. So if we look at these two metrics over here, citation flow and trust flow, citation flow would be how influential a link is coming from another site. So if you get a backlink, you kind of build that up. And if you get more, you build more. But it doesn't take into account how good those websites are that are linking to yours, which is pretty important for Google to rank you. They want to rank you higher if the websites that are linking to you are also good ones, because it builds a trust. So that's called the trust flow. So these guys have a 49. That's pretty good. Just so you know, 100 is the maximum. That will be like the Google website itself is 100. It's very hard, even to get a 49 is very hard. Every website starts at 0 on both sides, okay? So this is really good. So this is the Renovers guys, and if we go back, if we go back to Barron Electrical, they're doing one super weak on the trust flow. So whatever the links they have, because they do have backlinks, right? We saw that. They're very weak. They're not very authoritative, trusted, and relevant, okay, in the eyes of Google. So Google will penalize them and will not rank them higher because of that too. So this is where a lot of companies fail when they build and do SEO services, build websites and do SEO services. They either don't do backlinks because it's a lot of work, or if they do, they're going to get the easy ones, which the easier ones to get are the ones that they're not really good. They don't bring you trust. The ones that build your trust flow are really hard to get. So this is where a lot of companies fail to build that. So we will be definitely working towards building this up for you guys to rank you better. This is huge. Then we can look at another way of doing trust. So if we go back to, where is it? Here, our search that I did, and I go back to the first page, there's this map over here. So this is where Google will list you in their Google Maps, saying that you do exist, you're trusted. So this is another competition over here to get to this top 1, 2, or 3. So you show up on page 1 of Google. There's a huge competition here too. So we'll be looking at that, see how we can optimize, how you're ranking, how your competitors ranking, and plan from there. Another way of trust, there's just so many things to look at, but another thing to look at will be citations. So citations means how many times you run your phone number, your name of your company, and your address all together around the web. Renover contractors did it 77 times. Barron Electrical did 29. So if I was working for this Barron Electricals, remember this is the one on page 5, I would definitely build up the citations for them to go way over the 77. Hope that makes sense. So yeah, I hope you guys got a good insight of what we do and how we analyze websites. There's a lot, I try to keep it as simple as possible. There's a lot more to it. But if you do have a website, we will do a video similar to this, more in depth towards your goals and what the deficits are on your website. If you don't have a website, we'll be happy to make you one where we already take all of this that I explained into account. So when we build it, we're already building it to rank as fast as possible rather than just sit there and then go work for it later. So yeah, if you're interested, please drop the website on the form on the right, and we'll be happy to make you a video as soon as we can. Thank you.